In the Getting to the Top programs, I learned that there are certain functions that an executive needs to master. Yes, executives do move from doing to leading. These distinguishing skills are the skills that the executive needs to continue doing to the levels of mastery. These skills came up by functional area in marketing, biz dev, etc. But they apply across different functions, not just the one they came up in. So here, let's look at what came up as we were looking at marketing executives, a distinguishing skill in financial analysis.
You got to understand the business, you got to understand the numbers. And I know people go into marketing thinking it's a soft skill. It is not. It is really strategic, and it's a great path to the either CMO or CEO path, but it's only if you really understand the business. And often I also think that when you're in meetings, you're paid to do that job. And sometimes, especially in big companies, there's groupthink that happens. And if you've run the numbers, because I'll tell you, a lot of people don't as marketing people, and you really have a perspective, say it. You know, you might feel weird because sometimes you're going to be the only opinion in the room, but I think that's what gets people ahead too, because you are aware, you know the trends, you're here tonight, you're creative inherently, and I think that that's critical. And I think a lot of marketing people get caught up, especially in entertainment, and you know, I want to be on the set, or I need to be filming a TV spot or whatever, and it's a business, and you are only there and you're only going to move up if you understand it and you're delivering your P&L every year.
For me, it was bold. It's always being bold and really going in there and saying, you know, here's an idea, and really supporting it with facts, making sure you have the data, and particularly coming from a marketing perspective. People often think that it's just soft skills. Today, it's about analytics. I always say to the team, it's about showing the return on that marketing investment. And you can. There are lots of tools out there to do it, and once you start showing a return on that investment, it's amazing how many people will listen. So being bold is really important.
Being comfortable with metrics is extremely important to marketers these days, more so than ever. It used to be that, oh, you know, I'm not really technical, maybe I'll go into marketing, you know, and you know, and I'll do ads and et cetera, et cetera. Well, now it's a left brain and a right brain job. It really is. And the trend towards the qualities that boards of directors look at CMOs and their experiences is a combination of left brain and right brain, and being comfortable with that and having experiences not only from a creative perspective but also very successful and experienced in operations and metrics. And oftentimes marketers do not have the credibility within various organizations because they're often perceived as the drunken sailors that just spend the company's profits, you know, and being held accountable for metrics and being able to show the ROI and having the CFO be your best buddy, you know, those are the qualities that that the board and your peers as other executives really look to in order to give marketing the respect as a profession that it truly deserves within corporations.
I think understanding finances is key. That you're putting a business together, you have to put together a business plan. You need projections. You need to know, what the cash flow requirements are. You need to know how to come up with a deal that the investors will go for. I mean, I had to work a deal with the Russians to buy part of their space program. And in order to do that, I had to know what price they would be willing to give me a flight to orbit. And you have to understand that, and you have to understand what the other side wants. And when you run a business, you have to, in my view, have a sharp pencil, because you make a plan and you have to achieve that plan.